Liam stood at the edge of the basketball court, watching the rest of the team from the shadows. The ball flew back and forth between Jake and the other players like they were speaking a language he didn't understand. To Liam, they were a different breed, stronger, faster, more confident. He tugged nervously at his jersey, feeling out of place. "You coming in, or just going to watch?" a voice asked from behind. Liam turned to see Coach Harper, her eyes sharp but warm. "I don't think I'm ready yet, Coach," Liam mumbled, his voice barely audible. Coach Harper raised an eyebrow, glancing over at the team. Jake was dunking the ball, the sound of cheering filling the gym. "You think Jake started out as the player he is now?" she asked. "Everyone has their own journey, Liam. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't isn't talent. It's belief." Liam looked down at his shoes. He'd heard those kinds of motivational lines before, but it was hard to believe when every day felt like a battle against his own insecurities. Later that day, Zoe caught up with him as they walked home. "So you gonna show them what you've got tomorrow?" she asked, playfully bumping his shoulder. Liam sighed. "I don't think I have anything to show, Zoe. I'm not like Jake. Everyone knows that." "Jake isn't the standard, Liam. You're comparing your behind the scenes to his highlight reel," Zoe replied, shaking her head. "You've got more in you than you think." "Maybe it's time you start believing that, too." That night, Liam lay in bed, replaying Zoe's words in his head. Deep down, a part of him wanted to believe her. What if he had more to give? What if he just needed to push past the fear? The next day at practice, Coach Harper called out drills as the team hustled up and down the court. Liam kept his usual position on the sideline, avoiding eye contact, until Coach pointed directly at him. "Liam, you're up," she said firmly. His heart raced. He felt the weight of everyone's eyes on him, especially Jake's. Doubt crept in, and for a second, he thought about backing out. But then Zoe's words echoed in his mind. "You've got more in you than you think." Liam stepped onto the court, his hands shaking slightly as he grabbed the ball. His teammates, including Jake, watched expectantly. "Just play your game," Coach Harper said, her voice steady. "Don't think about anyone else." The whistle blew, and everything around Liam slowed down. At first he fumbled, losing control of the ball. He heard a few muffled laughs from the sidelines, but then he blocked them out. He dribbled again, focusing only on the hoop in front of him. Time seemed to stretch out, and for a moment, all the noise in his head vanished. As Jake charged toward him, Liam instinctively faked left and darted right. Before he knew it, he was at the edge of the key, and with a surge of courage, he leapt, releasing the ball in a smooth arc. It soared through the air, and the sound of it swishing through the net was like music to his ears. The gym went silent for a second, then exploded in cheers. Coach Harper smiled, nodding. "Told you." Even Jake, usually cocky, clapped him on the back. "Nice move, man." Liam stood there, catching his breath, a grin slowly spreading across his face. For the first time, he didn't feel like the shadow of the team. He felt seen, capable, worthy. As practice ended, Zoe ran over to him, her face lit up with excitement. "See? I told you, you had it in you. That was amazing." Liam laughed, feeling lighter than he had in weeks. "Maybe you were right," Coach Harper called out as she headed toward the locker room. "Tomorrow, Liam, we're going to work on building that confidence. You've got the skills. Now it's time to believe." For the first time, Liam felt like maybe, just maybe, he could. That night, As he walked home with Zoe, Liam felt something shift inside him. It wasn't just about basketball anymore. It was about life. He had spent so long convinced that he wasn't enough, that he had forgotten the most important part of any journey, the belief in himself. And as the moon hung high in the sky, Liam realized that this was just the beginning.